The 2019 Vodacom Super Rugby season will present a unique challenge to coaches and players across the country. The tournament has been condensed due to the impending Rugby World Cup, meaning that from kickoff to the final, the action will be fast and furious as teams battle it out for superiority. All around the country, preparations have been grueling.
Our pre-season started about in middle November. We started everyone that had breaks and they just came together, I think the second week of November. And then we started like the basin to check in where our conditioning is and where we can go towards.
And that's usually the time me and Sylvan, we leave our lower backs on the field, so we don't really have a lower back in the pre-season.
Exactly.
We feel like athletes. We spend most of our time on the track actually, you know, the first 2 weeks. So it's been a really tough pre-season, so we're looking forward to seeing what it does on the field this year.
I think the last week we did quite a bit of ball work and actual rugby training, but before then it was a marathon. We felt like Kenyans in a marathon. Our conditioning coach Cash, I think, is one of the best probably in the world and in the country. So he's doing fantastic work. He's been doing fantastic work with the Lions, and yeah, I think just the intensity of the running and the volume, it takes a bit of getting used to.
Our conditioner has an excellence mindset, so for him it's always about, you know, pushing and getting better. So for us that's so important, and that's why it's such a competitive environment for us.
We know we want to run and play a lot. We want game time, you know, we want to push it up to last year against the Crusaders. We had one game, 42 minutes playing time. So that's our aim. We want to play as much as possible because that's we feel where our strength lies. At this stage they're all professionals, so most of them should be ready if they want to get picked.
Yeah, this season has been pretty unique in the fact that we've used Cape Town, you know, for the best part of Cape Town. So, like a lot of the time we went out into the mountains, we did a lot of achieved our match metrics in the mountains, which was different to the players, you know, both mentally stimulating and physically. It was, you know, different challenges. We've been to the beaches, we've been surfing. The most important thing for us this year compared to previous years was that the boys came back really fresh, and we know it's a tough competition, and if not the toughest competition in world rugby, and we felt that, you know, the recovery was massively important, and so when we did, you know, get the players back in January, you know, they were really fresh, you know, and the guys that didn't go on the Bok tour, you know, they were fresh and stimulated from the way we did do training over the November-December period.
It's good to be going to Stellenbosch or going to Muizenberg, you know, to have a surf or run in Kalk Bay, training in the southern suburbs, you know, at Bishops or Rondebosch, wherever. So a lot of fun, but plenty of hard work as well.
As you can see, it's a very good pre-season. We're getting Trevor in shape. He is in shape actually. But for myself personally, settling in the boys has been fantastic. From a rugby perspective, we started a bit late. New coaches, new team together, but we're trying to catch up as quickly as possible, and the coaches are putting us through our paces.
So far it's been great, just the weather that's very hot that I'm not very happy with. But yeah, from Limpopo I think I can be able to forge through. So far it's been awesome. Miss the guys a little bit, so you know, and they just want to have a chat and that with the gent, and you can't win your way. But so far we're really having a good time and enjoying it at this point in time.
We just try to train at as high intensity as possible because of the altitude. I think it's something that we can use in our benefit going into the season when you play sides that come from the coast or come from overseas. You know, it is a bit tougher playing at altitude. We all know that, so we'll try to use that as best as we can to our advantage. And but it's just hard work, eh? It's just hard work. It's tough, but it's very enjoyable. It's also always nice each year. You come with new ideas, new plans for the next season, and you're always very hopeful and excited.
We're always given an off-season program by Aled Walters from the Springboks and Jakis Kutsia from the Bulls. So obviously those two programs we follow quite religiously. They don't check up on you. I mean, we're not children, but you are expected to, when you get back here, run decent times in the fitness test and test well in the gym, and obviously also be able to execute what you need to. Otherwise, there are normally consequences for the guys that come back a bit overweight. They have to normally do quite a lot of extra work, and it's not nice.
You know, unfortunately for me, my Gmail crashed totally, so I couldn't get any schedule. So I just was on my own program. No, I'm just kidding. No, I did train. We do train, and we try to stay fit as we can, and it's not that strenuous. So
We try and work as hard as we can, but still relax and spend time with family and friends.
I got injured on the 6th of October in that last All Black test at Loftus, and yeah, I got off from then until the 7th of Jan, so I had a nice break, and I came back a little bit fat, and I had to shed off a few kilos, and then now I'm yeah, eventually in good shape.
Quite intense pre-season. Normally is that time of the year in Durban, you know, it's really hot for the boys. But I thought we made a lot of progress. You know, we got David Williams as our new attack coach, and he brought some really interesting ideas in, and you know, and I think the players really enjoyed his involvement and the value that he added.
The training that we put out there really helps us, you know, to focus under fatigueness, you know, when we're tired, and it actually pushes us to work at a high intensity with the ball, you know, rather than being on the line, you know, running up and down.
Durban is definitely the warmest place on earth, I would like to think. You know, our pre-seasons are very tough, you know, they're torturous in the sun, so, you know, I even get most of the, you know, the brothers putting on suntan lotion and sunscreen, you know, because you do take a beating in the sun. But I guess, you know, it's, you know, it makes us much fitter and more prepared for, you know, for what's to come. So I think, you know, especially when the Super Rugby teams come here in February to play us, they find it very uncomfortable.
The humidity is quite tough. So it helps us playing in wet weather or in humid weather where other teams come to Durban, they struggle with their handling. But I think it's also one of the best places to have pre-season. I mean, waking up in the morning, looking onto the ocean, after training going to the beach and stuff like that. I think that's what makes it a lot better.
Ahead of a strenuous season of Super Rugby, our heroes must be in peak physical condition in order to excel. But who are the players that turn into the incredible Hulk during the summer months?
I try, but you do get your few boys. I mean, differs from player to player. You do get your Beerkies, their Conrad van Vier, and them going on a 300 and something on the squat with chains and stuff like that. You do get your Lizos on their upper bodies and things like that. So, and you do get Skulk on his lightweight, you know, type of conditioning, shaping himself up, type of thing. So yeah, it differs from player to player. I'm not really pushing heavyweights right now. I just, you know, the feel good, look good type of thing that I'm going through. So that's where I am right now.
I just want to make a general request to the public. If they ever see Jesse Krill in the gym, please push him out of there. He's there every day, twice a day. We need him to focus on rugby and not body. So Jesse, when you get to the gym, only gym here, buddy, get out of there.
Absolutely. I mean, that's not a secret. He's a physical specimen. Some folks like to claim that tag, but they're not, like Louis de Jager and those kind of guys. So they like to say they are, but they're not, clearly. No, but Jess probably puts in the most work. He's the most professional athlete I've ever seen in my life, and not just because he's sitting next to me, it's because it's the truth. So he's probably the #1 guy.
I definitely think Louis has been putting some work in. He'll claim it as well. But I think if you look at a guy like Mani Lebok, come back from the off-season, put on a lot of good size and things like that. Obviously, he had a goal that he had to meet in the off-season, so I think he's been working really well. Guys like Cornell and Roscoe and all these, the new guys that have come in are really working hard. So yeah, it's nice to see the attitude and all of that the guys have brought into the squad.
Do you want to know who does the least? Damien Delende. Who works Eben's working pretty hard at the moment, obviously because he's
Bongi as well, I'd say Bongi.
Yeah,
Bongi
because we call him Mike Tyson, so I think you sort of know how hard those boxers work. So Bongi's always, I think Bongi brings about 4 shirts, and he wears about 4 shirts just during the gym session because he sweats so much.
I think there's a lot of folks who work really hard in the gym. I mean, Bongi, Dan, a lot of folks that really craft in the gym, and you can see it on you can see it in the physiques and stuff, so you can see the work hard.
Shucks, I think we've got a few guys that got super strength. A guy like Thomas du Toit, I think he's a freak, you know, he's a beast.
I immediately thought of one guy, Hachiva, He actually has been performing very well in the gym, you know. I never knew he was that strong, and actually it looks like he's just, you know, growing in leaps and bounds this year. So this pre-season really showed a lot, you know, with regards to that. And then Roelof as well, one of the other guys that also joined in. I mean, those are guys that are deadlifting 260, 270 in the gym, you know, 250, all of that kind of stuff. But although you don't deadlift, guys will argue you don't deadlift on the field, but you need to know that it takes a lot of power for you to pick up that weight, you know. So that's just the one, you know, the one exercise that they actually did well in. So I would say Achiva and Roelof, and then obviously most of the guys, you know, we grow in the pre-season, but I think Achiva's improved a lot.
He's quite strong. It's surprising actually because he's not very big, but he throws the same weights around as my neighbour here, and the likes of Carl Brunk is also one of the strongest.
Yeah, it's impressive. I mean, obviously Archie impressed during the testing. I mean for his frame, and I suppose it shows in how quick he is as well. Obviously, I think all of the boys will agree that Carl's probably one of the strongest in the gym. I mean, he really moves a substantial amount of tin around. But obviously, he's getting back into running and all of that now. So we'll see what happens in season.
With all the hours sweating off their Christmas lunches coming to an end, the excitement amongst the players is tangible for the opening weekend of Super Rugby and the time to do what they do best.
We're always, you know, so grateful for, you know, the Newlands faithful for coming out, you know, week in and week out, no matter result, they're there behind us, supporting us. So I think, you know, from our point of view, that's the least, you know, we can do to them, you know, just to reach out to them as well and to connect with them. It's good that they know at the end of the day, we're just as human as they are, even though, you know, we're seen as their heroes, you know, but that's just on a Saturday afternoon. And I think that was really cool that we were able to go out there and connect with them, and hopefully that meant a lot to them, and hopefully we'll see, you know, the Newlands faithful just streaming back into Newlands this season.
Yeah, from a physical point of view, you know, I'm really in good shape, and now the running fitness is also something that I've been really, you know, paying attention to, and making sure that I put in, the kilometers, you know, that we have to per day. I think it's 7 Ks a day, which is a lot, you know, for a prop. But you know, it's definitely put me in a good space.
There's great energy in the camp from, you know, groups that we split it from forwards to backs. You know, everyone is motivated. Everyone's looking forward, you know, to gym. You know, into the field sessions. Yeah, it's a really good vibe to be in.
I think we're well prepared. We're looking forward for the matches to start now. So the volume of the training is gonna decrease a little. So we're excited about that.
It's always nice having time off, but I mean it gets to a point where you start getting a bit fidgety and you really want to get back out there. So I think we're all at that point now where we've had our time off, we've enjoyed the time off, but we're keen to get back to business now and get that good feeling of going out there and doing what we love. So yeah, we're excited about that.